Maria Christina. For almost 3 decades, the two of us circled each other in our own separate orbits, leading our own separate lives, close together, but never meeting. The first time I had the chance to have you in my life, I regret to say that I missed it completely. But by sheer luck and the grace of God, you found me again years later and reached out for my hand. And I finally had the common sense to take it. Now that I have you, I swear that I never want to let you go. Everyone here today knows about better or worse, richer or poorer, but since I plan to stick with you through every possible hardship, I thought it would be easier to list the times I will not be available. So here is an enumerated list. Case number 1. I am physically, mentally, or technologically unable to receive communication from you and or reach you in a timely manner. That makes sense, and you know that I'm already working on fixing the problem as soon as possible. No, this does not mean I'm getting an iPhone. Case number 2, Gregory is in a dangerous situation that requires immediate assistance. Chances are, if our son is in trouble, you already know, and we'd both drop everything to make sure he's all right. So, that makes sense too. Case number 3, a man-made incident, natural disaster, or other act of God has brought about the apocalypse, separating us in the process, and I am forced to travel across the now barren wasteland to find you. This is a special circumstance similar to case 1, and the same rules apply. However, when this heart-wrenching, life-altering journey is eventually turned into a multi-million-dollar book series and TV show, you better believe I'm going to ask for a cut of the profits. Case number 4. Through means supernatural, magical, or otherwise, I have been transported to a parallel universe and must go on an adventure to find my way back. I know you don't watch a lot of anime, so let's just say this is a special case. This is case 1. Aside from these examples, I swear that for the rest of our lives, you aren't going to be able to get rid of me.
There are 2 things I remember from my 10th birthday. 1, being so excited to get the Backstreet Boys CD, but immediately being disappointed when I realized NSYNC and Backstreet Boys were not the same group. The second is being introduced to you by a mutual friend. I watched you walk towards us and all I heard was, "That's my friend Daryl." That was the day you became the boy I would never forget. Over the years, we always saw each other at events, ran in similar social circles without getting a chance to talk. Yet somehow you were always on the back of my mind. When I found out we were going to UCR together, I was excited and told myself I would finally talk to you. I'm glad I did because I got to see how amazing you are. Even though our lives took us in different directions, I was grateful for the role you played in that season of life because you were a comforting presence during my first year away from home. Everyone knows I'm a sucker for a Disney fairy tale, but I woke up one day and realized they were simply that, fairy tales. I started to believe that romantic love wasn't in the cards for me. Then out of nowhere, you showed up. We had many ups and downs this last year, but you never faltered. At the end of the day, you were always there telling me, situations and circumstances are hard. Loving you is the easy part.
Kris, you took my heart, a fragile thing that had sat broken and empty for almost 7 years, and put it back together again, better than new, and filled it full to bursting with joy. In gratitude to you, I vow to give this heart of mine right back for you to keep. I vow to be a loving and faithful husband to you, a dedicated and enthusiastic father to your son, and a helpful and caring son to your mother. This I swear with every fiber of my being, as long as there is breath in my lungs and fire in my eyes.
Situations and circumstances are hard. Loving you is the easy part. You used to ask me why I love you. I could never really express it all in words, so I'd usually just hug you, and immediately we could both feel why. You're a million dreams and a million prayers that came to fruition. You're kind, you're silly, you're intelligent, your laugh is contagious, and you learned fairly quickly that the remedy to my crankiness is a snack. You acknowledge my strengths and accept my faults. You make me want to be a better person every day. Above all these, I love the relationship you built with Gregory. Thank you for treating him as your own and giving him a type of love he didn't know he needed. God's timing is always perfect. It took us 16 years to get here. 16 years of you coming to my mind at random times. 16 years of God shaping and molding me to be the partner you need. When he felt I was ready, I didn't even have to look for you. The minute you held my hand after that first dinner, I became a true believer that you don't find true love, but true love finds you. I can't promise you will have the perfect marriage or that I'll be the perfect wife. What I can promise is that moving forward, there's no longer I or me, but instead we. I promise that I will always be there to love you and support you in good times and bad. I promise to communicate with you and not just say, it's fine. I promise in front of your family and those that love you the most to choose you forever and always. I love you more than I can say, and I can't wait to write the next chapter of our love story together. Daryl, you're my Disney fairy tale.
Having promised your faith and love to each other, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
For as long as I've known Kris, I have seen her go through so many ups and downs. But I will say that she has been her happiest self when she reconnected with Daryl. When she first started talking about him, I noticed that she was all giddy and smiling. And if you know her well, you know that she's not like that at all. When he's around, she has a certain type of glow about her that shows how happy he truly makes her. Kris, I love you. I am officially retiring as your therapist. Daryl, it's your job now. Welcome to the family.
With my brother's newfound position as a husband and father, I'm quite happy to say his humor is finally in a suitable position. I haven't had quite that much time to get to know Kris, but I have seen a glimpse of her life through Daryl. She's strong and patient and looks to be perfectly suited to complement Daryl's Darylness.